Hey everybody, this video is about what it's like having three golden retrievers. Now, as you know, this is probably going to be a little difficult to do in some sort of controlled manner. But these dogs are the best thing that ever happened to us. This is Calvin. He's a male. He's the biggest. He's the oldest. He's 10 years old. Lily, this is Lily. This is the baby. She's 4 years old. And this is Rosie here. Rosie is the mom of her. We got Calvin in 2016, and it's kind of when I quit drinking and everything, and I needed something to do. So we got our first townhouse, and we were allowed to have a dog, so we got Calvin. And this boy is the sweetest dog you've ever met, and all of them are. But yeah, come here, come here. Oh, okay, 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 okay. Ready? He is so. They're all so friendly, but he's what started it all. I'm not favoring him, but he's what started it all. And all of them are fantastic. When they were puppies, yeah, it was a little difficult. Bit of biting, pooing in the house, all that kind of stuff. Then we had two litters of puppies. That's where we got Lily from. We had 8 the first time, 10 the second time. So during the pandemic, yeah, it was unbelievable. But if you're ever thinking about getting a golden retriever, you'll notice that if you join some golden retriever groups, a lot of people have 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 even. I have a golden retriever Facebook group called Golden Retriever BC, which is in a province in Canada. Golden Retriever BC. I started it. I'm the admin, and there's about 4,500 members. And there's something about this breed of dog. Golden retrievers are known to be the most gentle, one of the most gentle breeds. Labs and uh, Bernese Mountain Dogs, Great Danes are also other really popular ones. But I had other dogs growing up. I had a German Shepherd when I was really young that got stolen, and I had a Bouvier, which is a sheepdog. They were great dogs, but there was nothing like golden retrievers. I'm telling you, it doesn't even feel like they're dogs. Are you being a good? Can you speak? Whoa, good boy! Right? They can do all kinds of trips. Right? Just a good girl. Oh, ready? Ready? They are fantastic. If you're thinking about getting a golden, you're probably going to get one, and you're going to end up with 3. Now, some of the downfalls I'm going to pull up a bit about having 3 golden retrievers is it's hard to walk them. It's hard to walk them. We have half acre, so they can run around stuff, but we still take them out, and I have to take 2. My wife takes 1, but they do pull. But speaking in an aggression sense, they don't have any of that. I'm sure there's the odd one here and there, of course, but other than the odd one, the vast majority of golden retrievers are the most friendliest dogs. If someone breaks into your house, they're going to lick them to death. That'll be about it. So if you're thinking about getting a golden retriever, you should absolutely get a golden retriever. Now, I have some things written down here, so don't mind if I'm. So, ages 10, 4, 8. Mama's 8, dad's 10, baby's 4. Their personalities, Calvin is kind of, he's a little bit careful. He's more careful. He's kind of, he's got a bit of an anxiety. Like he doesn't like do anything risky. He loves to swim. He's a great swimmer. But he's just a little bit more careful. The baby Lily is not really that careful. She is, whoa, very energetic. She's younger. She's super fast. She loves playing fetch. She's the only one that plays fetch and brings the ball and drops it. She's the only one out of all 3 that does that. She's super well behaved when she was a puppy because she learned from the parents. She watched what they were doing. Like obviously she went pee and poo in the house a few times, but no chewing, no biting. Um, she didn't really do anything. She didn't chew shoes and all the other stuff that the other ones did. And I just think that because she had the parents around, and it's not like they would stop her. I mean, I'm not going to be ridiculous, but I think they just learned that they weren't doing it, so she didn't do it. Um, Rosie is this one here. Rosie, come. This is Rosie. This is Mama. She is obsessed with water. Obsessed. In the summer, she'll spend 8, 10 hours in the pool. We have a pool out back. Oh, this is my John Deere. I thought it would be a nice backdrop. Uh, but yeah, um, we have a little stock pool. It's like a 700-gallon stock pool that's like for horses. We got that last year or the year before because they have wrecked every pool we've ever gotten. We've got those huge ones, like 10 feet by 3 feet deep. We've gotten one of those almost every year for 5 years, like since the pandemic. And every year they wreck it. They rip it so bad, like on the bottom with their claws on the sides. The whole thing was all duct tape. And then finally we just had to throw it out. And we threw out, I think we've thrown out 3 or 4 of them. And we started to add it up. It's like we spent thousands of dollars on pools over like the last 5 years. So this season, I'm actually going to record. I'm making a cinder block pool, and then I'm going to mortar the inside and then paint it with like liquid rubber that's blue in color, so it kind of looks like decent. So they can never destroy it. I'm probably going to make it like 15 feet by 8 feet, and I'm going to make it 3 feet deep. Rosie she dives underwater. Maybe I will add a B-roll of Rosie down in the water. So there should be a B-roll after this. But she dives underwater and fetches rocks, rings that we throw in. Anything that sinks, she'll get. But she's obsessed with rocks. That's the problem. And she's kind of worn her teeth down. But it's hilarious to see. And my mom just got a house on the lake, not far from me. And now she's actually diving off the dock and going straight down. And sometimes she stays under there for a while, like I'd say 10 seconds, something like that. But it's enough for, I'm like, oh, I hope she's all right. But it's unbelievable. So if you're thinking about getting a golden, the things that you're going to have to worry about is, I mean, a lot of people crate their dogs. What we just did is we got a automatic door that opens, like they push through it and then they push themselves back in, because going out's a problem. Going out was a bit of a problem because what happens is, hold on, I'm just going to move a bit. Going out ends up to be a bit of a problem because you can't leave them for like 6 hours, because they'll go to the bathroom in the house. And what happens is it's not a big deal if they go to the bathroom in the house. Like if you have carpet, yeah, it's a bit of a problem. I mean, we got one of those portable steam cleaners or whatever, but uh, you can never get all the stains out. If you have hardwood laminate, it's not really a big deal. I mean, even if they poo, they pee, you can womp it up. It's fine. But they will hold it until they're about to burst. And then they think they've done something terrible and they start acting all different and they think you're going to get mad. So you don't want them to be like that. So what happened? So like every time we went out, we're like, okay, 4 hours was like the maximum. So we'd have to come home. Ever since we got the dog door, it's magnetic. If somebody wants information, I can give you the link. It was like a few $100s, but they also have ones that like you put a collar on them and then they approach it and then it opens. If you're worried about crime and people breaking in your house, I mean, I don't know what to tell you. We live in a pretty good area. We have a camera on the hatch from the inside of the house, and we have a camera on the back, so we can see when they're coming in and out when we're out. So now we can go out for 10 hours. We could go. Sometimes we like to go to the beach without them because it's a bit hectic, and so a lot of beaches don't allow them, right? And there's a lot that do too, but on the island here, it's pretty dog friendly. But so now we can go out and not have to rush home, and we can just check the camera and we can see them going in and out of the yard Our yard's fully fenced in. There's locks on the gate, so it's pretty good. Uh, in terms of not worrying about them and stuff like that. I mean, something could happen. I guess somebody could, you know, crouch down and get into our house. And well, if they're going to get in, they're going to get in. But they do bark. If there's unknown people at the gate at my farm stand, I have a farm stand over here. They will bark. And Calvin, the oldest, he's got a very deep bark, so it is a deterrent. But if they come in, they'll bark and then they'll start licking you. So it's good initially, but yeah. So yeah, behaviors. None of them are aggressive in any shape or form at all. This guy is incredible dog. He's starting to get more affection as he gets older. Um, the other two are super affectionate, but when they were younger, they were a little bit standoffish. They wouldn't like to cuddle with you too long. They get hot or they get they want to be alone. Um, and the biggest thing is when we had Calvin, we were like, wow, there's a lot of hair in the house. I am covered in hair right now. Then we got two. Then we had three. So there's a lot of fucking hair in the house. I'm sorry I have to swear, but it's incredible. So if you have a problem with hair and dirt in the house, sand from the yard, I don't recommend getting a golden retriever. I mean, I guess you can have one. It's still, even with one, for new people, I have my golden retriever site, golden retriever Facebook group, golden retriever BC is the group name. There's so many people that get puppies and they're talking, they're mentioning it and they're commenting on the site and they're saying how overwhelming it is with one dog. And I'm telling them, well, we have three, and other people are like, we have five, like get used to it, right? I mean, it is a bit overwhelming, but it's worth it. They've destroyed, I have a 2007 Honda Odyssey, which they've destroyed. Basically, like I had to rip the carpets out and I had to put new like mats in there and stuff. But other than that, I destroyed it as in terms of like it stinks. But I mean, and I steam cleaned it like, 3 times a year, but it's just, you take them to the ocean, they get in the van, they shake in the van. You do that 100 times and it starts to smell. So we keep them clean. We take them to Bosley's for baths. In the summer, I just bathe them in the pool or with the hose when it's really hot. You got to brush them often. I brush them several times a week. Right now, they're kind of in shedding mode. They're kind of getting out of shedding mode, but it's when they're shedding, all three shedding, it's unbelievable. The amount I filled up half a garbage can of hair in one go with three golden. So, is it a big deal for us? Not really. When I start to see it pile up, it blows against certain things in the house. We vacuum. We've destroyed every vacuum you can think of. Rumba, the Dyson, the Shark, they all burn out because of the hair. The best thing that works is a really powerful shop vac with an extension with a nozzle on it, and you just do this, and then you mop the floors. Yesterday, or was it 2 days ago, I spent 2.5 hours cleaning this house just because of the hair, like all over the stairs, all over the carpets, like. So that's the only downfall. But if you think about it, it's not really a downfall. It's just something that you have to maintain, and it'll keep you in shape. Um, so with three dogs, it is like I mentioned, it's a bit harder to take them out for walks constantly because it's hard on my arms. Like he's 115 to 120 pounds. He's got to lose about 10 pounds. After he got fixed, he gained a bunch of weight. Rosie Mama she's about 75 and the baby is 70. But when you have them all pulling on you, my wife is not even 100 pounds. So she's actually done a Superman one time. The dog bolted on something because there are a lot of rabbits and she did a Superman down a hill. So sometimes it's a bit hard. I mean, but if there's a ton of people around, it's kind of difficult because it's out of control. And I had a couple like, I'm just speaking about my area. This is kind of when we were in Vancouver, but I've had a few instances here when there's aggressive dogs. And Calvin, the dad, was attacked by a large dog. I'm not going to mention the name of the breed, but I think you can guess what type of breed it was. And ripped his ear open and ripped his head open a little bit. Like he didn't have to go to the vet, but it freaked me out because I couldn't get him apart. And all of us that were at the park were trying to smack them with our hands to get them apart because he was young too. He was younger, and it's happened with Rosie. Was attacked by a dog, and it caused a kind of confrontation with the owner. But what ended up happening was I went into the bushes to get a stump. I was going to find like a stump, and I was going to come and smack the dog, but some dog trainer come running across the park, and she picked up this breed legs up, and it let go. It traumatized me though because there was nothing I could do. So I started carrying mace around for a while because I was scared that it was gonna kill him, and it was super aggressive, and it changed the entire dynamics of the park. Then I was confronting the owner, and then we almost got in a fight. It's not worth it. So we like to go where it's quieter, and we like to go open spaces like trails and stuff where we're not going to go like on the day that's going to be the most busiest. And yeah, I mean, you can never really know when it's going to happen. You just have to be careful. But wow, it just cut out. Wonderful. Don't you love technology? I made a signal or something and it cut out. Anyways, I was going to wrap up the video anyway. But yeah, just be careful where you take them. And if you're thinking about getting a golden, my final answer is 100% get a golden retriever. Start with one. You might end up with 3 or 5 or 2, but they're wonderful dogs. And Rosie is going to demonstrate a little. Okay, can you down? Can you turn? Can you sit down? Good girl. They're fantastic job. Fantastic dogs. Lily, turn. Good girl. Uh-oh. Calvin, can you speak? And that's it for us. See you guys later.